Welcome to marriage, everybody. When you wake up to your wife not loving on you, but rather sniffing her armpits and trying to figure out, where is that smell coming from?
Turns out it's not me.
Oh, good. It's definitely her. All right, welcome to the video, everybody. I am downing my oatmeal, which is like my morning food choice every day. Lately, I've been adding a little bit of the Cured Nutrition CBD. I kind of get my little like CBD salt bae on. Their cinnamon honey seasoning so that's my morning ritual. I've got my coffee in hand. And today, like most days, this is the Four Sigmatic Lion's Mane coffee because I need to get focused AF. And today's a very special day as well because, in case you haven't noticed, we got Mr. Microphone over here. About to hop on in about 10 minutes with none other than the podcast man, the myth, the legend, the homie himself, Mr. Shawn Stevenson. He is coming on board doing a special episode all about the power of relationships. And by the time this video goes up, I'm gonna make it my goal that the podcast will not have gone up. This should go up on this weekend, today, Saturday. The podcast episode will go live on Monday here in February. And this is a really unique episode also because he's doing a live kind of special recording for the mentorship group. We are in the, hard to believe, the end of the second month of the 2019 EF Coach Mentorship. And no, that is not an old wooden ship used during the Civil War era. Can I help you, ma'am?
That was a bad joke.
She doesn't understand Ron Burgundy. Anyway, so if you enjoy anything about fitness, nutrition, and just all things sleep health, really, check out the Model Health Show. Shawn Stevenson, he is the OG unit when it comes to podcasts. So thanks again, Shawn, for doing this for me. Really looking forward to diving in, but I gotta finish my oatmeal, and I'll see you guys. Ooh, hot. Ooh. I'll see you later. So I wasn't planning on making this a sit-down video, but you know what? That's just kind of the way the cookie is crumbling today because I had some things planned, but that changed because I just got a text from May, my wife, and she's going through some little dental procedures and clearly it's not going that well. So I think we're gonna have to cancel, which means, Zach, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, dude. We were supposed to do a double date with Zach and his girlfriend, Zach Kravitz. But I digress. So let's do this. Let's do a topic. All right, what's an important topic right now? You know what? Let's just let's keep the theme going from earlier when I was talking to you about how I was going into an interview / open forum with our coaching mentorship program with Shawn Stevenson. Now, him and I were talking about the power of relationships. The power. And I say power because I truly believe they are one of the most powerful things in our lives if we respect them enough, if we invest our time and resources into developing the ones with ourselves and developing the ones with those around us. A lot of people can just be selfish a-holes and honestly, they have no relationships with other people. And the one with their self is probably not the best. But one of the main things we talked about in this interview, in this discussion, which of course I'm sure if you're watching this, you are also a subscriber of Ever Forward Radio. Shameless plug, shameless plug, shameless plug, shameless plug. It's my podcast. This episode will go live on Monday, February 25th. But we talked about, and why I started the conversation off this way was how it is so important before you can even begin to have an ask of anybody else or try to help anybody else or try to just do anything with anybody, your boss, your peers, your subordinates, your significant other, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, whoever. I personally feel that you cannot do that relationship justice. You cannot truly embark on that path until you take care of your own self first. You got to get your shit squared away. And that is exactly why I have this course, the mentorship course, broken down into the ways that I do. It's a year long, people. It's a whole year long because I think that if you truly want to manifest that amount of change and you're really truly committed to the work it takes for yourself and then to create something else, like it takes time. I was saying that that's why I broke it down the way that I did. The first 90 days is heavy accountability. We meet weekly. We've got monthly one-on-ones. The weekly are a group experience and you have monthly, if not weekly one-on-ones with me. And so what I try to do is just to help people fully understand who they are. I help people try to fully understand what they think they're doing right, what they think they're doing wrong, areas of their life that they love, areas of their life that they like, and other areas that maybe they wish didn't exist or they could figure out how to do less of. Because before you can do anything, the whole goal of this program, this experience, and what I think a lot of us are seeking, if you're watching this, is you want to be more. Everything we talk about here, to live a life ever forward, it requires work, it requires being more, doing more, and you can't do jack shit if you don't know who the hell you are. You can't love another person. You can't have anything of value to offer to another person if you do not know who you are. You cannot love yourself until you know who yourself is. Think of everybody in your life that you love right now. Go ahead, I'll wait. Think of your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your children, your friends, your fiance, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Think of anybody in your life whom you love. And I'll take away the obvious, you know, family, physical attraction, whatever. You love them because you know who they are. You love them despite maybe who they are. You love them for the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. Can you say that about yourself? Can you love yourself if you don't know who you are? Now this may be getting a little bit too deep for YouTube. Maybe some of you are new to the channel and you're like, why the hell is this guy talking all about his feels and shit? But I firmly believe in that. And one of the, hands down, the ways that I learned how to live a life ever forward, to kind of just really own that phrase and to just go from saying it to truly believing it and then believing it to know how to apply it and how to teach it to others, is because, like I talk about in this episode, I went through some shit. I'm talking personal life woes, I'm talking professional life woes, I'm talking anything and everything in between that some of you probably, you know, I've always tried to be open and honest, and I share this stuff going on, the good, the bad, the ugly. So I've definitely shared that from my mouth, but also for those of you who've been with me for a long time and you've been a part of the journey, first of all, thank you. You've probably been able to kind of pick up on that and read between the lines and some stuff. It's very easy just to come on here in life, in social media, on camera, and put forth a front and just be like, yes, everything is great, you know, accomplish your dreams, set goals, grind, hustle, discipline over motivation, blah, 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 blah. None of it matters until you have been tested. None of it matters until you have been tested. And this is one of the things that I love that Sean talked about, is that we go through this human experience, you know, we start off at a 1, right? We're born and we have to learn and evolve. And then the true grandiose epitome, like maybe only like Mother Teresa and the Dalai Lama have achieved this 10, right? You know, and there are the variances in between. And I'm not saying we all need to be Mother Teresa or the Dalai Lama, but you know what? Just roll with me here, okay? You know, it's relative, all right? 1 being you don't know shit, 10 being like, oh yeah, I'm pretty squared away. When you go through life and a 2 problem happens, you freak your shit. You think you're gonna die. You don't know what to do. But what happens is why that happens is because you've never had a 2. You've never had a 3, you've never had a 4. So like to you, that is a 10, right? You know, that is the worst thing in the world. That's the end of the world sometimes. And so you have to suffer. You have to endure. You have to experience, you have to go through what I like to call the hammering process. And all the self-help books in the world and all the podcasts in the world, they're a great start, but they're not gonna solve your problems because you never had a problem. You can learn how to like be the best you and, you know, self-help, personal development, you know, looking inward, namaste. None of that matters until you've been tested. And now some of you may be saying, but Chase, you know, I live a pretty good life. I don't really have anything to complain about. Nothing really truly bad has ever happened to me. Part of me is gonna call bullshit on that because you're probably just denying something that truly happened to you. Maybe you don't want to share it. Maybe it was so bad, it happened so long ago that you've actually subconsciously suppressed it. But to the other part of that equation, the other side of that coin, I would say is that you're not it's not happening because you're not seeking it out. I'm not saying you need to like step in front of a bus or like quit your job or break up with your significant other just to like see and endure, but you're probably living too sheltered. You're probably going about things in a very, very safe way. You probably have blinders on in your life. And that was definitely one of the areas that happened to me when I went through some shit years ago. Was I had no cares in the world. I thought everything was squared away. I was like, nothing bad could ever happen to me. You know, I love my life, I love my people. But then that rug was very quickly yanked down from underneath me. And I'm very grateful for that experience now. But during, it was not that tight. So where I want to go at this point is that you're probably living too safe. You're probably keeping blinders on. You probably have these expectations, false expectations. You probably are taking some things and some people for granted. And it may not happen now. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen 5 years from now, but trust me, it will happen. And the more you go through life not looking for these experiences or not being willing and open and able to put yourself in the friction, in the hammering process, just ask questions about these experiences in life, you don't learn, you don't grow, you don't know how to apply these self-development skills. I definitely said squirrels. Did I say squirrels? You don't know how to fully apply these development skills. You don't know how to apply these tangible, learnable moments because you have no practical real world experience. So how I will wrap this up and how I'll say to conclude this is that before any of you watching want to go create something, launch a YouTube channel, create a social media platform, try to climb the corporate ladder and, and just go and create and just, take over the world, which I fully believe we all have the privilege, the authority, the responsibility to do so. Because if you're not contributing to the greater good, the bigger picture of the world, then like get the hell out of my planet, right? Get the fuck off my train. Before you can do that, before you can be successful in doing that, look at this corporate ladder. Look at this investment. Look at this vessel. Are you honoring it? Are you respecting it? The body, the mind, the soul, Wakanda forever. I promise you, hands down, if I could go back years ago to my former self, or anybody just starting the journey of like trying to do anything with their life, just existing in and of itself can be terrifying. But if you want to be better, and I firmly believe that if you're watching this, you are part of my audience, which means you resonate with me, which means you believe this. You want to do more, you want to be more. And before you can do any of that, before this world is going to accept anything that you have to offer it and not just chew you up and spit you out, take care of this world. Do not run from challenges. Do not turn away and sulk and cry and ask, why me, why me, why me? I never did anything wrong. Why did they break up with me? Why did I get fired? Why did I break my leg? Why did my career end? I've been there. I've been broken physically. I've been crushed emotionally. I've been to the darkest edges of this place. I wouldn't change any of it. I am so beyond grateful for all of those experiences now, because they taught me real world applications. They taught me how to endure. And if I can give you one piece of advice here, I would say to focus on yourself first, because not if these things happen, these undesirable events, these bad things happen, not if, but when. You need to be ready. And you need to be looking at them through the lens of thank you, of gratitude, and ask yourself, what is the gift this is here to teach me? That, my friends, is the epitome of what it takes to learn how to live a life ever forward.